My name is Erica Lorraine Spencer, and I remain subject to state surveillance and terrorism by the state of California that is operating a malicious targeting system which is referred to as federal group stalking and monitoring via communication devices. And it is in violation of federal stalking statute 18 U.S.C. sections 2261A subsections 1 and 2. My website and podcast serve the public good by publishing evidence of the public entity's ceaseless engagement in a pattern of conduct intended to stalk and monitor via communication devices, surveil, harass, and terrorize an American citizen in concert with the people of the state of California. Documentation serves the lawful purposes of wide exposure, federal prosecution, and influencing federal legislation with policies specifically designed to punish, dismantle, and disincentivize an unprecedented targeting system by a public entity that acts in concert with the people of the state in order to criminally place under surveillance and terrorize an American citizen, which is a matter of public corruption in the state of California. See thepatternofconduct.wordpress.com. All right, it's 8:14 a.m. I want to document the sex offender, the group stalker that is Stater Brothers. And Stater Brothers, that is specifically located at 646 West Holt Boulevard. They're engaged in what is federal stalking in the bathroom. They're stalking, pacing all around inside of the bathroom, engaging in what is positioning and so on. Their surveillance cameras, specifically the aisles that are in alignment with the bathroom aisles, there's a group of, I don't want to call them men, demons of the male gender that are standing at the registers with the employees. They're engaged in relevant positioning, and you'll see them. They're under the fake sun, which I'm capturing en route from the house where the Ontario Police Department are stalking by helicopter. I pointed out in that video, this is the same location where the entity is placing the fake sun in the morning. That's exactly what I captured. So the entity is then, that light source follows to the Stater Brothers where I'm at 646 West Holt. This is the same Stater Brothers, by the way, where I've documented, for example, when I remain in Ontario and I come here at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, the fake sun is remaining over me in the city of Ontario, nowhere near some Paul Bryan Library, not remaining over the roof of the Ovid Family Community Library, nowhere near the Upland Public Library. So this is already the P.O.C. These are sex offenders, and I want to document their conduct. You'll see these sex offenders walk upstairs toward the management area inside of the Stater Brothers. They're doing this on surveillance cameras, so I want to document that. It's a group of, looks like three of them. I'm just speaking to what you'll see on surveillance cameras, and they're specifically maintaining presence at those registers for purposes of crossing path as I walk out of the bathroom. They're all in directed light. I've already shown you what our the Stater Brothers, and it's not just the Stater Brothers, the P.O.C, but the Stater Brothers in particular, I'm showing you what is entirely demonic. I mean, patches of directed light inside of the back of the grocery store, while demons like to look perplexed, where they don't know what it is that you're documenting. That's Satan, all right? I've shown you this before. Patches of directed light on the roof inside of the Stater Brothers, right above all these demons' heads while they're standing in line at the registers. Directed light on the walls inside, underneath the structure. I've already documented the entity aiming light as though the sun is setting into the entrance area of the Stater Brothers. These are sex offenders, and I want to document that while they're engaging in that sexually violent, relevant positioning conduct. That's what it is. Engaging in surveillance around, engaging in demonic activity while I am inside of a private space, engaged in private activity, which demons know what you're doing, and also while they're third parties group stalking and monitoring with the government, they know what you're doing, keeping you under surveillance, okay? And again, this is 646 West Holt Boulevard. This is P.O.C. In addition to that, it is 8:17 a.m. on Saturday, July 2nd, 2022. This is third-party group stalker Stater Brothers Markets, located specifically at 646 West Holt. This is P.O.C. 6YVC821, 8YRY923. That's a sex offender and a terrorist, directed light while they're stalking in the path, waiting for me to walk out of the grocery store, where they're engaged in surveillance in the lines in the aisle. Okay, you got a demon at the coin machine. She's using the coin machine as noise and engineered light. They're lined up behind the aisle that I'm in. They're maintaining presence in the path. You can see the African-American female. She's an employee with a bad weave on her head, long red nails. She's in operation of a communication device. They're monitoring, holding up the line for relevant positioning. 6YW, I can't really see that one. 7ZNP 884, molesting. 8HEU 863, and they're all sex offenders. Okay, monitoring while my panties are down. Okay, they're all under a fake sun. The sun's not going to be here hours later from now in the middle of the day, directly over my head. Remember, I captured this at 11:08 a.m., 11:09. Remember the Ontario Fire Department group stalking? Those sex offenders monitoring while my panties are down. 6BVF434, you remember that? That's already published. Alrighty, it's 8 o'clock right now. You're talking about what is 8:20, 8:23? That's not the son. And this is the sex offender that is Stater Brothers, an impermissible threat, using a business for purposes of criminal monitoring, criminal activity on behalf of the state. All right, with knowledge of the fact that they're being documented. That's the grounds to remove that business from existence. Get this minion right here. Alrighty, you've got the minions monitoring with third parties that are creating activity, including while they're putting the groceries back in the car, demons pacing in and out of the entrance, monitoring with communication devices. This is P.O.C. 7W64889 molesting. 6ZXN563. 7131OU2. License 6NID517. That's the fat midget you see walking out with her communication device put in her back pocket, fixing over her head, and she's pacing outside of the entrance as directed light is swiping all across the Stater Brothers entranceway. She's group stalking 8WNX237, and she's a demon. That's her license plate. All right, license 8BHT380, and I captured that demon in still images. License 7BIR135. It's 8:26 a.m. 8DLB403. 9ASE405, 8RDE618, 4NBA335, 7UXA237, 8NVP641, 7Z01652, 8S16259, 6T28171, 6YKT 656. This is P.O.C. That's the sex offense by the entity, engaging in surveillance in a bathroom. They're doing this on behalf of the state. That's the sex offender, all right? The entity is doing it with the people, and they're a bunch of demons. This is demonic, and they are demon-possessed, engaging in this conduct, which is terrorism. 7T68206, 8GQG592, 8FNV. I can't really see the rest of them. You can scratch that one. And it's 8:28 a.m. 99966L2, 6B53524, 8TEY945, 7HPW320, 8PLU417, and of course the Ontario International Airport, flying directly over me, and over me is the fake sun. Over me is the fake sun, and flying by commercial airline planes, stalking with commercial airline planes is the Ontario International Airport at the location of the B&G Plaza. 7HLP188. Remember, I'm inside of Shiro's Liquor inside of the B&G Plaza the other day, reminding you about what would not possibly be the sun inside of that venue, where it's directly over that venue while I'm here in the morning. 4HXX229. It's barely scratching 8:30 in the morning. This is not the sun. That is an airport that's engaging in terrorism, demonic activity, stalking, criminal monitoring, facilitation of that criminal system on behalf of the state and with the people of the state in that specific environment. 6ZBD322, 5MFP139, and while these demons are pacing all around in vehicles, directed light all across the walls, all right? That's how you know what business is like. It is 8:35 a.m. Alrighty. Looking at the fake sun over Shiro's liquor. Literally the impossibility. Who was present in that environment? A bunch of demons engaging in surveillance. 6 NPW 544, 8 USN 224, GV 530 handicap, 80222 D3, 7 JXU 281, 8 COP 053, 8 BLA 490, 8 PXS 839, 8 APD 920, 6 MMU 324. You're looking at in the images, the fake sun is over Shiro's liquor. You got a demon digging in their trunk, pouring out ice. They're group stalking. They're maintaining presence. 7 JVY 904, as all of them are. Okay, P.O.C. Molesting with directed light inside of the venue of the Shiro's liquor. 8:40 a.m. Alrighty, these license plates are third parties. They're all molesting together. That's what these demons are doing. 8HQW204. They're driving around. They live in relevant position at Ontario Town Square Townhomes, monitoring. The entity that is stalking inside of the businesses around in relevant position. While I am inside of what is Shiro's liquor, the fake sign is above Shiro's liquor, and directed light is flashing inside of the liquor market. That's the perpetual sex offense. And this is speaking to what is terrorism while you're subject to that. It's an impermissible threat. The entity is also aware of the fact that you're documenting. It's relevant to federal prison time. License plate 8HWF923 looks like another demon-possessed employee, perhaps of Amazon Prime. That looks like the type of shirt that demon is wearing. Not surprising. 8EUU707. Not driving an Amazon Prime vehicle, but looks like an Amazon Prime shirt. Amazon Prime is engaged in hiring the demon-possessed. That's legally real. I'm telling you how the system works. Demons engage in group stalking. Companies are going to be prosecuted for engaging in what is commercial stalking on behalf of the state. This is relevant to those whom you're hiring. Because group stalking is specifically identified as what is demonic activity. Omnitrans, license 1410070, a sex offender. This is an overweight, aged Caucasian female inside of a supervisor vehicle. She's a sex offender. While I'm in Shiro's liquor and I'm being molested, she's group stalking in relevant position, monitoring with communication device in a commercial vehicle. And I captured that in still images for you. That is another iteration of presence by that third-party Omnitrans group stalking and the prosecution of a company that is a sex offender touching. License plate 14649M2. You'll see them stopping right in front of me at the bus stop. They're stalking in the path, doing so while directed light is on the curb, while those demons then drive off. They're stopping at the bus stop. There's no stopping for vehicles here. This is for Omnitrans. This is Omnitrans bus stop. The reason why they stop in the middle of the street right here, right in front of me, because this is where I'm walking, all right? They're maintaining presence right in front of me. I took a picture of that so you can see just blatant stalking conduct. They're making sure they are tracking every step. This is not traffic. These are demons pacing around, like I said. And you are paying attention that when demons engage in that sort of conduct as well, that stands out. But it also is also going to stand out while the entity is engaging in what is pacing all around you in planes and helicopters and vehicles where directed light is flashing all over the place like this is an arcade. License 8GIL 948, 7GFS 962. Alrighty, this is P.O.C. 8KRT005. License 7JUB 469. Omnitrans, Route 61, Bus 1331, crossing path. License 5PPB 965. License 7VXF096. $8MFG252 BRB R4LF 8UYC 402 6TAH 525 8POU 417 7HPW 320. In case I didn't read those are inside of BNG Plaza. License 7VGH 959 8CLD 829 7DEZ 275. ETD 588. 6BQZ395. And this is the Ontario Airport sending more planes, ushering in relevant positions, 8:46 a.m. Fake sun is directly over me. That's amplified audible activity. 5EDC488. There's no planes taking off over here over the Andes Burgers, just like when I'm outside of 325 West G Street and 630 North Fern Avenue in Ontario. There's no planes taking off way over there, which the entity is necessarily migrating all the way over to that street. And by the entity, I mean the demon, specifically State Facilitating Venue, Ontario International Airport. They have demon-possessed pilots who are stalking in commercial airline planes. Okay, you're going to get very detailed when you're talking about raiding, when you're talking about making arrests, the federal government that's going to address these venues, engaging in state surveillance with the state of California, removal from those positions. It is directly relevant, the condition of those that are in these positions that pose a threat to the livelihood, to the physical safety and overall well-being of American citizens. You're talking about demons who are flying airplanes. That's a threat to the lives of American citizens. Demons, as I've shown you, the demon-possessed population are a direct threat to the lives of American citizens, especially while you're looking and witnessing my exposure and prosecution of group stalking by the demon-possessed. 2785983. And those are demons that are flying. And remember, it's not just criminal. All right, you're straight up a stalker, and that's unprecedented criminal conduct. You're stalking in planes. I've already established that. I'm speaking to what is demonic. These are demons who are pilots flying these planes, stalking somebody, and they know they're being documented. That's a whole other level of a threat, whole other level of criminal activity. You're going to be prosecuted as a terrorist. And you also need to know with regard to what is the society, as I'm revealing to you, what Satan is doing amongst the people in society in the U.S. You're talking about what is trickling down with regard to what is your knowledge now, with regard to what is the condition. This is relevant to jobs in which the demon-possessed need to be necessarily excluded from being able to participate in. This is why you have demons in hospitals, demons in police departments, demons in sheriff's departments, demons operating modes of public transportation, posing what is a massive threat to the physical safety of the public. You have to guard against that. All right, and it is relevant, and you are capable of knowing what is the condition of those. You're capable of knowing them by their deeds, and also knowing them by the environment there. Metro 102's group stalking with this black-faced minion pacing in front of me, directed light all across the asphalt. 7JDV110 is going to federal prison. All right, license 7FEW343. 8JKH738. AWKV844. 8ZCE503. 8CNZ834. 6LPK790. 8AWB017, 7TPA418, 8UVY138, 37354L2, this is a demon. My shadow's on both sides of me. They're stalking. 2539, I can't really see the rest of that life plate. 7CIM426. And I'm giving you an example. That's just a minion. You can hear their little motor cross the path. They're all stalking. That's why my shadow is appearing on both sides of me. It's impossible light activity. They are all stalking. 8RIZ700. The Ontario Fire Department at 425 East B Street. The Ontario City Hall. They're monitoring. You've got demons stalking with light activity, using their hazards in alignment to where I'm standing where the fake sun's over me. That's a demon. And they're stalking. 7VVF477. 4NHC969. Directed light on the asphalt while that demon crosses path. 8SLW500. Engaging in this terrorism, engaging in this stalking on behalf of the state with such impunity, you're going to sit in federal prison. All right, you're going into mental institutions based on your objective activity, which is a matter of documentation. Directed light is not some fallacy. You're not going to debate in court about some figment of some targeted individual's imagination. It's a fact. I've already established it. They're stalking with directed light while they know that it's also been revealed. That's a very serious threat by a psychopath who's stalking you. And it's also a sex offender, always wants to touch you, wants to terrorize you, freak you out with directed light. You'll find yourself in a straitjacket. 9ADG861, 6VNU790. And I'm speaking to, by you, I'm referencing the people of the state, not the targeted individual. LIZJELI, 7ZTZ423. They're so concerned about what I'm doing, and that while they're watching me prosecute them, so I'm speaking directly to that entity. You will find yourself in a straitjacket. It is currently 8:51 a.m. This is the Ontario Police Department, still group stalking by helicopter, but they're trying to hide. Go around the tree, let me show you. There they are right here, swirling around. They're trying to avoid being captured on video. That's why they're going around the tree right now. They know that they're being documented. This is federal prison. I'm speaking to what are demons that are stalking in a helicopter, and they know they're being captured on video right now. They were going around specifically trying to avoid me capturing them on video. I've already captured what is the stalker. They're following from the library, just like they were yesterday, to where I'm sleeping in the vehicle at Fern and G Street. The people of the state, as I document in that neighborhood, they're going to federal prison. The Ontario Police Department, stalkers, going to federal prison under what is, again, the evidence of their demon possession while they're group stalking with the people of the state. Group stalking is identified by what is stalking by helicopters. This is the same exact Ontario Police Department group stalking under the entrance of this very venue. Do you see that demon over there in that Explorer? He's monitoring. I captured this demon's image already. He's monitoring. They're stalking with the Ontario Police Department. And this is where those pack of demons, including Walton, all right, and all the rest of them standing right here under the entrance. And where was the sun as I captured it on video? 10:29 in the morning. You think that's the sun? This is an unnatural environment. That's an unnatural person. That's a minion. I'm revealing to you what's their condition. And this is called impunity. Stalking in plain sight. You will sit in federal prison for that. That's what he's doing. And you don't have a right to do that. The government doesn't have the right to stalk you through the demon-possessed population, which are third parties. This is state surveillance. This is the remaining of a light source over me where the Ontario Police Department are stalking me. It's 6:05 p.m. Nowhere near, by the way, the Ranch Cucamonga Library, the Paul Byon Library, where the entity's keeping the fake sun while I remain in Ranch Cucamonga. And this would never be the sun that's over the entrance at 10:29, while all those demons, including Corey Walton and Guerrero and Medina, all those demons are going to federal prison. This is the criminal system that they are engaging in. And that's the Ontario Police Department that are still stalking to this day, to this moment, with the demons that are the people of the state, while they know they're being documented. They're going to federal prison. This is P.O.C. Five RRD 305. 7WZP332. She's going to federal prison. She's over here at Woodside Senior Apartments. You'll see her on the sidewalk in operation of a communication device, and the Ontario Police is stalking with a helicopter at the same time. She's using her brake lights in front of the vehicle that I'm in front of to molest with light. The entity is pacing on G Street, molesting with light while I'm inside of the car. This demon is stalking with the Ontario Police. She's going to federal prison. It is currently 9:21 p.m.